Well, my Maple Leaf fan, I'm gonna take you live to the press conference after our win over the Red Wings and get ready for Wednesday's home season opener in Montreal. It's in a post-game conference.
How would you sum up the preseason and training camp you were able to put together here?
Yeah, it was a heck of a way to finish it. I think it was a good game. We obviously had some lapses there in the first period and second period, but I think we addressed it, and we were just turning pucks over in the first period a little bit, and I think once we addressed that, then we kind of settled in. But some good forechecking shifts. Obviously, our line was nice to chip in, but all in all, I think we played a pretty good game tonight. Obviously, not super offensive in terms of numbers, but I think we're happy with how we did.
What do you like about playing with Ryan Reeves?
Realize he's just a bowling ball out there, and we kind of think the same way, and it's so nice when you got guys that are on the same page. I know what I'm going to get from him. Talking to him, he knows what he's going to get from me, and Camphor too. I think when you got three guys that are all committed to their role, good things happen, and you saw that tonight.
Any doubt that you've done enough to earn a contract here?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. We'll see. That's out of my control. I did my part, and we'll see what happens. I'm happy with the way I played, and obviously it's a deep team, and they got a lot of hard decisions to make, and that's a good sign, obviously, when you got an organization that has that much depth. So we'll see what happens here, but we'll see. Yeah, I was actually going to, that's the nice thing about being so close to here. I was going to shoot home, and I got some family in town that I haven't seen in a little while, so they're leaving tomorrow night, so I'll shoot home and maybe have some breakfast and lunch with them, and then I'll come back here tomorrow night, so it's pretty cool.
Goal's not your bread and butter per se, but what's it mean to put one in the net in the building in that jersey?
Yeah, every once in a while I can do something like that, but no, it obviously felt good, and like I said, I blacked out a little bit there, just knowing that things have come full circle, coming to this rink as a kid and watching as a young guy, and then being able to do that and then put my arms over my head, it was a pretty special feeling. So that all started with just a good hard-working shift, so hopefully there's more of that to come.
What were you thinking when Reeves bounced the puck as the last man back, trying to lead the rush up?
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I told him I was going to maybe take over for him. I didn't know if he wanted to be down there. We could have made a switch, but he held his own just fine. And obviously, he's got some sneaky good mitts on him. So, hopefully we don't have to do that too much. But you can obviously see that he's capable of it.
Obviously, you're a contributor on the penalty kill. I'm just curious, as a penalty killer's perspective, what do you see when the Leafs power play, that top unit is out there?
It's scary. I'm just happy I'm on this side of it now. Yeah, the way those guys move the puck around, it's like they just see things that obviously most people don't. And you can sit there and it's almost a skill when watching games from above, and you can see the play that players should make. It's obviously different when you got to make it in person, but it's almost like they're playing in overhead mode that they can just see everything all over the ice. So just world-class vision, world-class puck movement, and obviously some pretty good shooters on that unit too.
First and foremost, Austin, what stands out about how he's going into this season? He had the goal tonight, the assist.
I mean, he's just laid back and he just does his thing, and that's what you want out of a guy like that. He doesn't take things super seriously, and he knows what he's capable of, and that's the beauty about just watching him doing what he does night in and night out. He's so gifted, and it's not just his shot; it's his hockey sense where he is. He's in the right spots to get pucks back. So it's a pleasure to watch some of these guys in this team how they play.
I feel as ready as you're going to be for the regular season.
Yeah, I mean it's a build through the off season, obviously. Through training camp and getting your body ready mentally. Adapting again to that type of level and the competitive element. Obviously, the grind of every day. So I think it's been a really good few weeks here for the group, and I think overall a pretty good night for us tonight. So a nice way to finish, and excited to get going.
What you've seen the Reds do, more or less secure a spot in the fourth line, John. What do you think he can add there with Reeves and King?
Well, I think you just see their ability to dominate the puck with their size, the heaviness to the way they play. But he obviously also brings an element of speed. I think he's got really good speed for a guy his size. Moves really well, very versatile. So and just such a positive energy to him as well. I think in and around the locker room, on the bench, and what he's added to the group here. So it's been good to see. Obviously, did something pretty special last year, and those experiences can go a long way.
What sort of season do you think Joseph Woll is set up to have?
Well, I think he's been extremely committed, and I think driven to make the most of his opportunity and his skill set and his potential. And we think the world of him. And I thought tonight you could just see his game just rise to another level, and getting back into form and what he's capable of doing. So no doubt, I think he's set up really well, and up to all of us in front of him to do a good job to make the game easy for him. Maybe not easy, but to highlight his skill sets and what he does so well, and be able to be such a great netminder.
What's the biggest change Marcus Savard is making in the power play?
I don't think he's instilled really too many things that have been different from the past, and trying to reinvent the wheel. I think see what has brought us success, and trying to stay with that, with obviously add some elements, things that he believed that can be different, but I think he really wants us to play off our instincts. And I think our group has played so long together. There's such a good sense of how we all play, and certain things that we do well, and how we read off each other, and the areas of the ice, or certain situations that we have such a good feel for. I think it's how can we highlight that and benefit off that. And obviously I think throughout the season, and as we've been building here, just every day talking about different things and different elements you want to add or look to, and that has been successful throughout the league, different players, different teams, and how we can do that. So he's just been really open, I think, with communicating with us, but also I think wanting us to trust our instincts.
Training camp and now heading into the regular season, what's been the biggest takeaway for you playing under Berugi's system?
Oh, I think there's been a lot of emphasis on just how we we want to control the play with a type of grind game that can just be heavy hockey, and in the ability to wear teams down, whether we have the puck or we don't. Obviously, we know the type of skill set we have throughout our lineup, and I think he's emphasized doesn't want to take away anyone's ability to make a play, but I think just the foundation of what we want to be about, and how we're going to earn a lot of victories, and how we're trying to build throughout the year. So it's been really good so far.
How's Austin looking to you going into the season? Not just the assist tonight, but obviously a classic goal.
Yeah, I mean, special hockey player. I think both plays just show the unique skill set. Obviously, what separates him is one of the best in the world. So, there's not many guys as dialed in as him on a daily basis, and how he works on his game, and how driven he is with his craft, and to be driven, as such a difference maker for our team, not just on those types of plays, but the things he does away from the puck, winning battles, the way he strips guys. He's very good in the face-off dot. So all those types of things, he's really wanting that responsibility, and driven to be really good in all areas.
Do you feel just about as ready as you can be for the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first game in a while, so I think the first period just trying to kind of get your legs under you and stuff, but I thought the second and third period, individually for myself and as a team, I thought we really started to get playing more direct, less turnovers, and just hounding pucks in the offensive zone and staying on it. So I thought, it's obviously nice to finish on a win, but I thought we were doing a lot of good things there in the second half of that game.
What impression has Stephen Lawrence made on you this camp?
Yeah, he's just really solid all-around game. I mean, he plays very heavy, very direct. I think he knows his role to a T, and he plays to it every night, and that's really important to have guys like that. So, I mean, he's made a great impression. I think off the ice, he's got a great attitude and comes to the rink with lots of jump, and you always love that when guys come to the rink with good energy and they're just ready to compete.
What sort of season do you think Joseph Woll is set up for?
I mean, I think he's one of the guys that really works hard, works extra, and taking care of himself. And he's had a little bit of injury troubles the last couple of years, and I think his main focus is to just stay as healthy as possible and continue to build his game and his confidence. And I think very highly of him. I think he's a stud, and I think he's going to have a great year for us. I thought he was really solid for us tonight too.
What did you like the most about where you were at by the end of this game, first game in a while?
Yeah, I mean, I felt much better. I think in the second, third period, started get our legs under us. Like I said, I mean, I think as a team, just playing a little bit more direct there in the second half of the game, and especially in the second period with the short change, being able to kind of hem them in their zone and take over shifts and gain momentum is obviously very important. So, felt good. It'd be nice to kind of reset tomorrow, and then a couple good practices, and then right to it. So I think everybody's looking forward to it.
The personnel is the same, but are there any differences Savard's trying to make to the power play, do you think?
I don't know. It's early. I think he's been great just of showing different setups, different maybe plays and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's us supporting each other, all 5 guys, no matter where we're positioned, making sure that we're supporting each other all over the ice, especially in the offensive zone, and working for each other off the puck. I think it's been really important, and just kind of playing with flow and reading the play as it happens. So I think a lot of the opportunities that we had kind of came off of broken plays and just hounding pucks and getting them back. So that's obviously very important, to have success in the power play.
Was it something with Robertson that he was able to put aside? It was a bumpy summer off, so come in after camp that he did.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely took a step, and it's great to see. I mean, he's one of the harder workers you'll see, and he cares so much. But I just find he's a little bit more relaxed this year, and sometimes when you want it so bad, it can almost be counterproductive, I believe. But he wants it, and he works and he competes, and I just feel like he's had a bit of a different attitude this year in a positive way, and obviously it's showed in the games that he's been playing and the way that he's been able to produce. So that's obviously great for us as a team to have a guy like that step up. He's had a bit of a bumpy road here and there, but he just continues to stick with it. So it's great to see.
Ryan Reeves with a huge hit to set up a goal tonight. How impactful is it to have a player like him out on the ice?
I thought the best play of the game was when he last guy in our zone and he toe dragged somebody and put it around him and then broke the puck out. But yeah, he's another guy. I mean, I thought that line was great for us, especially in the first period. Maybe we were trying to do too much, the other 3 lines, but they were very direct, and obviously on that goal, just making a solid play, finishing a check, making a play to Stevie, and he buries it. But yeah, I mean, I thought he was great tonight. I thought that line was really solid.
What was the feeling in net for you tonight? It was the first game in a while.
Yeah, it was good. Good to kind of get back in the swing of playing and kind of get those details back and stuff. And it was a bit of a mixed game. I had a little bit of action. I had some time with not much action, so it was good to mentally stay in it.
25 plus minutes without a game, without a shot in the game. Like, what are you thinking? How are you kind of staying in it?
Yeah, trying not to think too much and stay in it, honestly. But yeah, I mean, we did a great job in the second and played a lot in their end. So it was just it was good for me to not every game you're going to get 30, 40 shots. So you have to be able to stay dialed in on those two.
What stood out most to you about the work of the 4th line tonight?
Well, the first goal obviously, Revo back behind the net making plays was pretty cool. Yeah, I think how they had that line orchestrated looks really good, and guys that all play hard, so it's good to watch.
What is the biggest thing you've learned about Steven Lawrence through training camp?
He's a pretty good dude. Other than that, he's obviously a pretty hard worker on the ice, and yeah, it was good to see him score one tonight.
Are you keen to get going on Wednesday?
Yeah, obviously pretty excited.
How much are you looking forward to get going?
Quite a bit.
All right.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah. No, it's I don't want to say it's been a long camp because that has a bit of a negative feel to it, but as soon as training camp starts, you're eager and you're itching to get playing games for real. So yeah, it'll be a good day off tomorrow, and then come Monday, it's when it starts. So good.
What do you like the most about where you're at? How you're feeling going into the season?
Yeah, I feel really comfortable with how my game is, from a technical standpoint, and then I also feel pretty sound in my mind. So those are kind of the 2 big things, and I'm happy to get going.
A bit of a culture change with a new coach and a new captain. What was your biggest takeaway playing under that culture change this preseason?
I mean, the biggest thing I've found since I've really just had a game or two to get acclimated in that way. I think just in terms of our practices, how hard and the work that the coaches expect from us and the accountability they hold, I think is really great for our team and for our culture.
What about your new captain. What stands out about how Austin is heading into this season?
There's not much to say about him. Like you see it out there. I'm just looking forward to watching him, grow as a leader. He's obviously a special player, and I think that natural next step for someone like that is learn what it takes to lead a group of men. So I'm excited to watch that.
So how hard have the guys remaining in camp made your decisions going forward?
Yeah, we got tough decisions for sure. I'm not going to comment on, but we got decisions to make.
How close is that performance by the fourth line to what you want to see in the ring?
They were great tonight. Very good. I know they got a goal, but this controlled the play for me and made it tough on the other team. Greg and pucks in the offensive zone and checking well, and that's what we need. They're a big line.
How do you feel about where Wool is at going into the year?
He made some real good saves. There was a couple where he got over there on early on in the game, but he never had a lot of action. But he was solid.
What are you seeing from the power play that you like going into the year?
They're moving the puck around well. Could we shoot a few more pucks and a little bit more direct at times? Probably, but I mean, we got 2 tonight on it, and I mean, I thought they moved the puck around really well tonight.
You figure McKay can get into the mix on Monday, right?
Yeah, it's a good chance. I'm hoping. He was a lot better today, so we'll see if he keeps improving tomorrow and maybe get back on the ice Monday. Be great.
Do you have an ideal amount of time that you want your first unit out there? Normally, like minute and a half, minute more.
I don't know. I changed them like with a minute 9 twice. I threw them out there at the 9 seconds and they scored. I mean, it's all a feel thing, but again, it's depending on the game to game, what's going on. It's a feel thing for me.
Austin talked about it being his first game in a while. Certainly didn't look like a lot of rust.
Yeah, no, he was, he skated really well tonight, I thought, and defensively he was excellent. He did a great job down low in our zone at the end of the game, 6-on-5, really good job. Strong on pucks, he's moving well. It was good to see.